dancer, choreographer, big boat child woman. How are you, sweetheart?
I am like so glad to hear your voice because the last time I heard you, you were saxing it up, man. You were playing that.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Hello, apologies for getting your name wrong there. This is Keith Palmer. How you doing?
You all sound like you all are down a tunnel. Anyway, I am very well. Yes, it's Greta.
Hello, Rita.
So, my mother called me Greta. In England, they want to call me something else. But, that's my mother.
Okay.
My mother called me that. So
that was the name your mother gave you.
Well, I was
exactly. And she sounded it first. So I go from her sound,
Well, I was just saying, we apologise for getting your name wrong. That was all, Rita. That's what I was saying. So it's really good to hear you now.
Okay.
Do we still sound like we're in a tunnel?
Yes.
Yes, we sound like we're in a tunnel. Right, Judith, we have to come out the tunnel,
All right, we're going to try to do exactly that in a mo. So, babe, tell us what it is you would like to big up.
I name Rita, not Bib.
It's not Rita, it's Greta with a G.
Greta.
Greta.
That's right.
Anyway,
go on.
It is.
Go on, babe.
I have a show. I'm producing a show called A Time to Breathe. It's going to be in Wandsworth, near Stockwell, the theatre, 208 Wandsworth Road. And it's featuring some absolutely epic artists. You have like Carol Leeming, you have Dennis Bovell, you have Lorna G, you have Jared Martin Dance, you have Jordana. And it's this wonderful mix of the cultures that are actually here in England. So you have from Batuk, you have Angola, you have flamenco, you have all those fabulous African rhythms, and of course you have Caribbean rhythms inside of it. So it's this beautiful mix of serious, what we call inverted commas, serious art, dancey people, as well as the rocking vibes of London, of England, the music that we have created in this country. So that's what it's going to be at Wandsworth. It used to be called Stockwell Playhouse.
That's right, but it's on for more than one night, isn't it?
Oh yeah, every night we have different artists.
So what night does it start from?
What's that?
What's the date it starts from?
It starts on the 26th of October. That's Tuesday the 26th, and it finishes on the 31st with a mass. You're talking about women, mass, and power. So you're looking at what you'll call carnival, right? And we have different evenings where we focus on different things. Like on the 28th, we call it Strange Fruits. You have Jared Martin Daz. You have Richard Leslie, the Trinidadian. Mm-hmm. On the Saturday, we have Carol Leeming. Carol is very, very interesting. She did music for Train Spotting. She was also part of the opening thing of London Olympics. She's a diva, a really fantastic black woman.
Wow.
And then on Saturday, we have the Styles of Lovers Rock, because what I didn't realize, there were so many different dance styles. So we have the incredible Yasmin Foster, who's going to give a talk on 4 p.m. about the dance forms and the dance styles that emerged out of Lovers Rock.
Does Yasmin have a sound system called Legs 11?
Most probably.
Right.
Because she does rock it.
Right, okay.
She's an academic, but my God, she's brilliant. And I did not know. And she was talking about the impact on all these styles that were created. So it would be really great to hear her at 4 p.m. on the Saturday and looking at those. And also, if people turn up in the theatre, I want them to also show off their dance styles and their memories of Lovers Rock, because I want to give people time to, because, I call the thing a time to breathe, for us to exchange talks, and, people have memories which they would like to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So on that day of the Lovers Rock Day, I want those stories, not the whole full-blown book, but, the fragments of stories and the dances, because we'd like people to get them. Okay, this is my dance style I remember from Lovers Rock.
Yes.
So, because I'm trying very hard to break that fourth wall, like in my piece that I am doing. Because, I'm a Trini, I come from Carnival.
That's right.
And so therefore the audience is so important to me. So when I start with engagement with the audience. So they're not there sitting down passively looking, afraid to breathe, because we need to breathe. We need to open up ourselves and say, here we are in it with you. And so we have this love affair going on between the stage and the audience. And there's this beautiful interaction going on between us, or should I say among us. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is quite a big thing, Greta, that you've put together.
I know, and it's really difficult in this time of COVID because, there's so many skills that have left London. But it's my initial thing, and I think one of the things that art has become too compartmentalized. So you have a dance program, now you have a theatre program, and now you have a song. And I come from a culture where we mix it up, yeah? Mm-hmm. And so therefore, once this opportunity was given to me by Femi Oguns, Femi said, Greta, I want
Femi
to
that's
dance.
Put this together?
No, he didn't. No, listen. He didn't put it together. I was Femi's teacher. I was Femi Ogun's teacher. And he got the inspiration for the school from me.
Oh.
But he then said to me, Greta, I want you to dance in my new venue because it's his venue. I said, Femi, have you seen me? My waistline is the size of the globe. I am fat. I could no longer touch my toes. He said, no, Greta, but I want to see you dance. I said, but Femi, give it. And I put the phone down. But then I also remember, I thought of other artists who do not get a platform. They have great work.
Yes.
They still have things to say to the universe. And I phoned to one of them being Carol Lehman, because she's a brilliant poet, by the way, and choreo poet, like Ntosoke Shange. Mm-hmm. And I phoned another person. They said, oh, yeah, Greta. So then I phoned Femi and I said, can I have a week?
Wow. I'm coming on the 30th. I'm going to be there on the Saturday.
Yeah, so you're going to show us some of your moves.
I just say I'm going.
And then because Yasmin, I had this conversation with Yasmin a few years ago, because I didn't know anything about the dance styles, yeah?
Right.
I was, right? And she started to tell me, and I go, my God, this is an opportunity for me to actually bring that into the forefront about these dance. So that's how the Lovers Rock evening came about, yeah? And because everybody who is involved has to come from dance, because, that's my central axis.
We do.
Dance is my first love, maybe my only love, I don't know. but we don't know, So yeah, so it would be good. And there's a taste, it's also, our Caribbeanness and what we brought to this country. We have so many different flavors in our art and what we have contributed to this society artistically. And so you have these flavors inside of the week. And it was hard. I'm not telling you it's not hard.
Yes.
And especially since you're working on a very, very small budget. So you don't have a team behind you that can really, do like some of the other things that are getting all the high profile, because and I don't have what you call a known star or whatever that is.
Yes.
So you don't get the kind of focus that the work should get. And so I'm really, really glad that you have me on your show.
Yes, ma'am. Right. And because we've also got Sheba Monstrat, who's going to be part of the event, isn't she?
And Sheba, I'm a fan of Sheba.
So am I.
Because she's such a great communicator. She's a poet. She said she was taught by Linton Kwesi Johnson to do poetry, and she's such a great social observer, and she puts it into her work. But then she just has this fabulous rapport with an audience. So, so I brought
And she's a dancer. She teaches it. She's a dancer.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody had to have a dance. Everybody on my show had to come from some kind of dance. And so, she is a dancer.
Yes.
And stuff. So, so Sheba is on as well, which is great.
Now,
who else?
Before we get on to we're going to go to your track in a moment, but I just want to say, do you remember a man called Okon?
Of course I know Okon.
Right, because I've just finished doing a show with him, and so...
Who's Okon? I don't know.
You don't know him, but he was
in
White Witch.
Well,
it was in the White Witch, the play that I done, and he's a dancer, and I just wanted to acknowledge it to her.
Okay, I was just checking for our listeners. So
he was Okon Jones is his name.
Yes, that's right.
I did a piece by William Luther, and I had to do this incredible move, which I really hope it would have been photographed, but it was on Okon's back. And I was on the back of his shoulder, and my shoulder was on his shoulder. And I did this, and I trusted Okon so much because he was in a dive position, and my body is going up into the air.
Wow.
And I am just tilting. Okon was a very, very, very brilliant dance partner, and he's also such a wonderful human being.
It is, I agree.
Yes,
I want people, let's just remind people the dates of this Time to Breathe. It's from the 20th. Yes. So what's the dates of it again?
is from the 26th of October, Tuesday the 26th of October, to the 31st of October, and it's on 208 Wandsworth Road, right?
Yes.
And now the brilliant thing about that is that the tube is right there. You now have the northern line has opened up. So it's SW8 2JU, right? And you have 9 Elms is open right next door.
Oh,
it has one of the
wonderful.
greatest bus links. Of course, then you have the Victoria, you have Stockwell Station.
Absolutely. Say it again to me. SW8 what?
SW8 2J as in Judith,
Yes.
U as in Universal.
2JU. Absolutely fantastic.
Now you've chosen a certain tune for us. Can you tell us why you've chosen this track?
Well, as I was saying before, you know, I love that Caribbean vibe. I love the melon, the thing that the cacophony of cultures that has been mixed up to create a new culture. And of course, I'm from Trinidad, and we want to feel the love in the air now. You know, we need to find that love. And if you listen to the music, you hear, take me to the water, take me to the sea, let the waters wash over me. And you know, we need a good bush bath. I don't know if you grew up knowing about bush bath. Yeah?
Bush bath.
We really need a bush bath. My mother used to take me under the thing and pull this thing with bush water and rub me down. I think we could all do it a good rub down.
I love that. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Rita. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Introduce the track for us, please.
Yes, the Freetown Collective with DJ Private Ryan.
But thank you so much,
Thank
darling.
you.
See you on Saturday. Take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye,
sweetheart,
baby.
take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
darling.
Some take this carnival lightly.